that happened. I think for in IT, I think other industry are impacted a lot, but IT have boomed
Yes,
this
throughout the
kind of.
college, our placement is very good, not only in computer science and IT, but I think that all the departments are having a good placement at
Okay,
least for this year. Because there are so
that
much requirements from the different type of industries, software industries.
right, right, right.
So,
That's really good, sir.
Acha, Bank of
That is.
America, they are not going for any campus. It's a private
They
bank.
will go. No, no, it will go for campus, sir. But what I have like, I had given training to campus graduates this year. So what I
Hmm.
had seen was the guys were from VIT and SRM and Delhi College of Engineering, few
Hmm.
from IIT. So they will go to the premier colleges only for direct campus
Okay,
hire, on campus placement.
okay. So, they are not coming to our state.
Right, right, right. They are only like going to, I think, the deemed universities like IIT, NIT, and
Hmm.
other than that, I have seen only VIT, SRM, and DC, only from Sweden.
Okay.
So this year, actually, during June, July, few of the campus graduates, I think around 70, 80 people had joined our company. So
So, how
I
much
was
recruitment of this year, of this calendar year? How much recruitment in your branch?
in not in our branch, it's like on the organizational level they are hiring because we
Hmm.
have very limited employees. I think now they have increased from 25,000 to 30,000 in India across five places like Hyderabad and then Mumbai, Chennai,
Hmm.
Gandhinagar, and Gurgaon. So at these five places they have around 30,000 employees now. And this year I think freshers, right? They have hired around training. I have seen them actually.
Do you have any overseas job of your bank?
No, no,
Overseas
no.
job?
We India branch, right? So they will operate only in India, and
Hmm.
we have our counter partners at US. So we will be connecting with them, and they are the local hires actually. So they won't like send people from India to there and there to here. So like in service company we have, right, like in Infosys, Wipro, and all, we see people traveling on site. So we don't have such opportunities over here. It's like only in India. But yeah, you can get any places out of these five places in India,
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
but no overseas opportunities.
But where you? What about our students? They are not joining. Only the 5 minutes left now. Only two students have been joined. Two
They
or
will be
three. Okay.
joining soon, sir. Yeah, we can wait till late. I think yeah, 7:55.
Okay. Now they are going to join. So we have to.
So, sir, you are in Haldia or in
No, I
Kolkata?
am. I am still at Haldia. I am here since 2000 on the year of 2005. Now
Okay,
still I
okay.
am continuing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
16 years are over in this institute.
Too long, sir.
Yeah, it's
You
too
have
long.
crossed the 15 years milestone. That's good. And thank you so much, sir. Like, I think your guidance was great during college for all of our careers. Yeah, the focus that you put into was really great.
Yeah.
So all other sirs are still there in department.
No, no, no.
Uh,
Many of our teachers have been left.
okay,
But you can see some teachers, two or three teachers still we can find out in our department, and others have
okay,
left.
okay, okay. Pranav sir, Vidyut sir have left
Pranab
or
sir, Vidyut sir, they are still here.
okay,
And
okay.
whatever the other teachers, I think that you haven't seen them.
Yeah, I
So
think
they had come
Ujjwal
after
sir,
the year
Somen
of
sir had
2005.
left that time only, right?
Somen sir had left. Somen sir had left few
Yeah,
years back. Uh,
right, right. Ujjwal sir, I think he also left that time itself
yes, yes,
when we
Ujjwal sir
had
left.
passed out.
Ujjwal sir left since long time.
Right, right. I think our was the last batch for him, right? Or in 2014.
2000?
I think 2014 was his last batch
Yes, yes,
for
yes,
Ujjwal.
yes, yes.
And Anusri ma'am is still there or?
Honestly, ma'am is still here, still with us.
Uh,
My technicians in our department.
right, right. Give my regards to her. It was nice. So we are having any festive going on, sir, in college?
Tech Fest this year is a doubtful. Last year also there was no Tech Fest because for the pandemic situations,
Right, right.
we are not sure whether it should be held up this year or not.
Okay,
2 years it has been stopped from the year of 2021. It has been stopped, and
okay.
we
Yeah,
can't arrange all those things in such a situation. So let's see how it will be of this on the year of 2022.
yeah. I think other colleges are doing online only. I saw from like
Yes, yes, we are also
Alumni.
having the online teaching nowadays, but still university
Yeah,
is conducting the online test and semester.
yes.
Sir, I think you can start now. Devduta sir, can you just start the meeting?
Anupam, actually, Shobhan sir, let us wait for 2 more minutes because
Okay.
students are joining.
Yes, yes,
Right.
students are joining, still joining.
So, still joining. Let us wait for 2, 3 minutes, then we'll start.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
So, in the meantime, Avinash, let me introduce myself.
Yes, sir, sure.
I'm, I'm Devdatta Ghosh. Actually, I belong to instrumentation department.
Okay.
So, at the time you left the college, I was the HOD of instrumentation.
Yeah, I remember, sir.
Yeah. So usually people call me DDG sir.
Yeah,
So
yeah, right.
yeah. So this kind of initiative which in which you are participating today has recently been taken by our college. This is basically the initiative of MHID under SMC, Social Media Champion.
Okay.
So regarding that scheme, we have opened our Facebook page, Facebook account, YouTube account, Twitter, and Instagram. So basically, the purpose we are inviting our alumni to talk to our existing students, right? And
Right.
we have taken many other initiatives also. Slowly, we'll come up with that. And if you are connecting ourselves through these, social media accounts, then you'll be able to know all this, right?
Right, sir. So I will be joining that. Maybe
Okay,
sir can
okay.
send me the links of them so that I can forward that to our batchmates as well. How much
Please, please,
they
please,
can
please.
join.
So
Yeah.
that our target is to connect all our alumni, you know.
Right, right, right.
Yes, by
This
this
is
time,
really great.
yeah.
I'm very happy actually that sir called me and told me about it. It is
Right,
good
right.
to.
Actually, we have produced yet connected, means all the students are not yet connected. So our
Right,
existing students are not knowing the college in terms of our, the ex-students. This is one of the lacuna we are having. And in this new normal, if we organize alumni meet, everybody cannot come because mostly they are
yeah,
outside the state, right? So
correct.
it is better to have this kind of events more often so that existing student can connect with you people.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
virtually, I think yeah, this is going to be a bit easy for anyone to manage. They can manage. Otherwise, like coming to the college and all, because we never know like what sort of responsibilities comes from the company side as well to work on the
correct,
projects and
correct.
also we
And you will
never
also
know.
come to know across all departments what are the kinds of events we are organizing.
Correct.
Still, we have some restrictions to organize offline events, but we are trying hard to adjust ourselves to the new normal, right? So this is what we are trying. From 16 November we have started our offline classes.
Okay.
Yeah, slowly all the students have joined, they came in the campus, and I don't know what is going to happen in future because things are not going in favor of everything. So
Right, right.
let's see what happens. So I think Soman sir, this is the right time where we can start the program.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Uh, so good evening, Avinash, and good evening all the students who have already been participated. First of all, I warmly welcome our alumni, Mr. Avinash Laldas, the 2013 pass out of B.Tech IT from Haldia Institute of Technology. Avinash, it is my immense pleasure to have you here. You
Thank
had
you,
been
sir.
in our department in the period of 2019 to 2013. As a good student of our department as well as institute, you always deserve to be cherished and remembered. As a teacher, we always pay to our pride to those students who are really dedicated and sincere in their study. And of course, you are one of them. So, all of my students, I would like to introduce Mr. Avinash Laldas right now. Avinash Laldas was placed on campus in Wipro Infotech. It is an on-campus drive, and he was placed in Wipro Infotech. Later, he joined Infosys as a software engineer, and he progressed to test engineer. He progressed to test engineer to take a role of an autonomous engineer. He also worked as a software development engineer for testing and work on multiple automation tools like UFT, Test Complete, Selenium, etc. He left Infosys as an automation test analyst after 4.5 years to start working with the Bank of America at Hyderabad as analyst one app programmer on the year of 2018. Currently, he is working on designation of quality specialist, having a role of automation lead and responsible for all the automation activities to conduct the test process of couple of applications on different platforms like Salesforce, Oracle, etc. Now today, I would like to inform you to all of my students that today Mr. Avinash will share his experience about your preparation of applying your computational analytical skill for being an ultimate IT professionals along with the entrepreneurship. So Avinash, if you can please start your session. Are you ready to start your
Yeah,
session?
yeah, sure.
No.
Yeah,
So
sure, sir.
you may start it and session is yours. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for warm welcome. Yeah, good evening, everyone, the students, and yeah, good evening, Peter, for all your support that you had given us during our batch. Right, so it was really great being us. It was really like incredible for us. I think for it was really great. I have no much words to tell about that. Yeah, and
Thank you.
good evening, everyone. I hope everyone are like doing great at our places. I heard sir was talking about fourth year being placed, more than 85% are already placed. Congratulations to all of you. And yeah, this is not the ending, but this is the beginning of a new era, and you guys will be, like lot and more opportunities will be coming in front of you. So all the best for you guys to seek for your opportunities in future for your guys. And yeah, who are not placed here, there is always an opportunity, so you guys can try again, right? So on campus is something, but yeah, there are certain other ways like to go to the off campus and get placed, and then you can work on. Right. So with this, yeah, and for third year and second year, I will say like, yeah, there is a long road ahead to go for you guys, and and yeah, you guys need to think through, and first the very first thing that you guys need to do, what I feel like is you guys need to think about what is your strength from your side, and then you can build your career based upon that, right? Because in the industry, right? So IT industry, like I know you guys must have a lot of questions in your mind, like how industry is going to be, and what is the gap between the industry and the college, right? Like what we study. So normally in college, what we do is like we study different subjects and different concepts across different chapters. So many things are there that we go through, but yeah, when it comes to the industry, it's not like we'll be going to use all of them. But at the same time, having knowledge of everything is going to be very much helpful for you guys to, carry on with your career goals. Like at least you will be able to understand the things and things in the market, and also the subject matters. Subject matter is really useful when it comes to working and all, because IT is something that we do the programming, that is for sure, and we will build up the application, we'll test the application, so a lot of aspects are there. But after all these things, the main important thing is like IT is a like branch for all the other industries that we have, right? In today's date, if you see industry like IT industry, then it is actually linked up with all the industries. You see in the pandemic situation as well, so many industries which were not into IT, they also came and merged into IT because they want their business to grow, and IT is the best way that they can move their ahead, right? That can help them grow. That is the reason like everybody is like shifting towards IT, taking advantage of the resources that they have, and which is actually helping them grow. So the ultimate thing is like the industry wants to grow, all industries, and they without IT, it's just like we can't grow to the ultimate the extended level. So yeah. So coming to industry experience, right? So what I felt is like how the college education and how the industry is different is like when I came to industry, right? Like initial days, we got some training in Infosys Mysore where they used to give us training for we learned Java in a professional way, like how the industry works, right? What are the things that we need to take care while writing the code, sort of thing. So over there, the main thing is like in college you get ample of time, right? Like 6 months or I can say like 4 months to learn any chapter or learn any subject. But when it comes to industry, right, you should be very much proactive. It's all about like how quickly you can grasp any technology, because in IT the technology is changing day by day, right? In a week. So what we see, like what I have experienced is like if I have to work on some new thing, I will get maximum of 1 to 2 weeks to learn that and then work on those things. Okay. So the best thing, the thing is like we need to be very much proactive in learning, and upskilling is always required, because as the industry goes, like if we see back in 2013, like we were using Java 6, Java 5, right, and now it's like Java 17, 18 that we are working on. So the time with the time, the industry gets very much extended, and we need to be very much upskilling ourselves, not in terms of only the programming languages, but also in terms of the other subjects that are there, right? So normally people say like I'm not like it's like one more question I had when I was in college, right? Like I am an IT professional, so I'll be only doing the coding part of it, right? I will be only developing the software. But when it comes to the industry, right, we have a different area. It's a vast area, okay? And you will be one person in one of the area in that huge area, okay? So the thing is, one of the areas, like normally we all know about software development, right? So when we are coding out, we'll say, okay, we are going to be a software developer, but that's not only the career that you are going to have in IT. So in IT, we have different careers, right? So what are those careers? The top level careers are like one is the software development, of course, right? So you are going to be a software developer. You will be a part of some software which is going to be like built, right? So in development also there are two things that comes down the line. Like the first thing, like you will be the core member of the code developer, or you can say like the actual person who is going to develop the software or the product, right? And the something is like the other development career that you are going to get is like you are going to be a part of the team who is going to configure the already existed these days. Like if you might have heard of SAP or Salesforce or some other platforms, right? Which are the products of different companies, and people are going to use that for their company. So they need to do some configuration for that. So those is also those kind of things also be coming up, right? So one will be a pure software like programming coders will be there, and then developers will be there. And then coming to, so once the product is done, right? So you might have, I think in software engineering, you might have heard about this one. A lot of career opportunities, like one will be a manual test engineer or will be an automation test engineer. So in those also, right, in automation also, like, so basically I'm from the automation testing background. So I have, like as sir have mentioned, right, like I have throughout my career, I have worked as a software developer for developing the testing tools that we use for testing. Okay, so testing is not just some manual activity, but again we need some programming knowledge. If you have, then it's very good. And also, other than that, we can use different tools that are already available, and you can also create some tool to have that. Okay. So in testing also full stack QA in that way, right? So when we talk about full stack developer or full stack QA, that means that guy is responsible, right? Full stack developer is responsible for doing the development, testing, and doing the release as well, right? So how the software works is like we are going to develop it, we are going to test it, and then we are going to release it. So earlier you might have, we will earlier in a year or 2 years, and then you will be, delivering your project, right? But the industry is not liking that very much agile methodology. So you guys need to focus on, like how agile works. So you need to know what agile methodology is and how this all agile works like. So there are a lot of it is not only one thing that you need to consider. Okay, so this is to all the years students, like fourth year are going to the industry, so they will be certainly knowing about that. But from first year, second year, third year, and all, right, you guys need to know what are the tools basically are getting used, and you need to be used to it. Like I think in a daily life, right, we see some tools like you might have heard of, I think, or already you guys are working on like GitHub, right? So Git is one tool which is used as a code repository, and then you have a Sonarlink for test coverage. You have or different tools like Tortoise for again version control tool. So basically, when it comes to industry, we have for all these activities we have different tools. Okay, and coming to the agile part, right, where I was saying about you guys need to have exposure to the agile methodology. There we have different tools or different ways to follow the agile. And those companies are, like those are actually tracking all our work. So earlier it was like very, like when we gave a project to someone, he is working, what is working, we never know. But these days, to check the project status, we can just go to Jira and just see what is the project status. You can know that how much percentage of work has been done in our complete. We deliver the actual product in a couple of weeks. Like it can be a 1 week or 2 week or 4 weeks. So depending upon the company and their comfort, they put on their releases after each sprint, or after a couple of sprints. So, so you need to know about these terms and all when it comes to the industry. So the what to learn what we want to learn, but when it comes to the industry, you need to be very specific about what you want to do, what is your goal, and according to that, pick up your pace and start working on that. So you won't get much time, so it's all about how fast you are grasping the things and how fast you are learning the tools in the market. Okay, so one was development, one was testing, and these days the full stack developer are a part of agile team members, okay, because they are like taking care of all the things. And then comes like one more career opportunity that you guys will get is for DevOps engineer. Okay, so what is DevOps engineer is like when you are developing a software, you are going to test it, right? But after testing and after developing your software, someone is required to deploy your project, deploy your product, or deploy your software to the internet, right, or to the machines that needs that installation and all. So these activities were earlier done by the system administrator, but now these days we have already automated those. So the industry is moving toward automation, automation of all the line. Okay, so CI/CD means it's like continuous integration, continuous deployment. So you need to learn. If you search on the internet, you will see like there are a lot of tools which is helping us to do this CI/CD part, right? And industry is moving towards that only. So I can say 80% of the companies are already using this CI/CD. So the tools that they are using is like Jenkins are there, or some companies will be using their own pipeline, like own developed pipeline, and then XLR is there. So there are a lot of tools. Git is there. There are a lot of tools which helps to do this. And earlier, like it was kind of developer are separate, tester were separate, DevOps operation were separate. But now it's a mix of a role, and a guy need to take care of that, who is called a DevOps engineer. So when it comes to the industry, we have so many career starting point. Right? In development also, I have just told you about the initial like high level career distribution, right? When it comes to the lower level, then you will see there are, for each tool there will be one separate career. Okay, so there are a lot of career opportunities, and I know few people like they have some concerns, right? Okay, they are trying to learn programming, but they are not able to put up their logics, right? And not able to grow more in terms of programming skills. So for them also, right, in IT industry, it's not just about programming these days. It's about how quickly you are able to understand the things, and how quickly you are able to analyze the things, and how quickly you are able to prepare something with the resources that you have. And coming to that, we have different tools also, different carriers also, where you need not have that much deep programming language, and also those are like, so to run an agile team, right, we need a scrum master as well. So scrum master are like who will take care of all the distributions and take care of all the status update, and also they will be helping if some issues are there, then they are going to have to resolve them. If they are not able to do, they will try to connect with some other person, and they will try to bring up that skills into their team, and they will try to make their work done. So Scrum Master is there. That is one career opportunity that you are going to get. One is like system administrator, anyway, that is there. So based upon your, so what I will suggest, right, this is the right time for you guys to, second and third year guys to look into the things like which subject you are getting more clarity, and based upon that you can choose your career, like you want to be part of that career, and then you can pursue and upskill yourself to the industry standard, right? So now the next question comes, like how you are going to make yourself prepared for those things. So there are a lot of platforms actually these days which you can access so easily and practice your things. Like some of them are like you can say like Lead Code is there, right? Or HackerRank is there, or Gigs for Gigs portal is there, CodeSafe is there, and then you have one more, I think. yeah. So and yeah, these are some good portals, right, where you can, you need not install program, you install any IDE, install any software in your laptop or desktop to work on these days, right? Everything we can get online. So like if you're interested with Python, you have Google Colab, right? Which where you can write your codes directly. So online, I can say online compilers are already available these days. You do not install and do all the things, right? So the thing is, you have so much of resources available these days on internet that you can make yourself prepared for what career you want to go and how you need to proceed on that, right? So there's too many resources are available. So you guys need to try and exploring those things and try to get some hands on that online platforms and all, which is, and there are a lot of contests also going on. So based upon your interest, your interested subject, you can think of the career opportunities and try to find something good really there. Okay, so this is something which is very important for you to understand what is the right thing for you to go for, right? So these days it's not just about the programming language, but also it's about your individual strengths, right? Everybody are unique, every person are unique, they have their own set of good strengths that they have. So it's just that you need to bring out your strength to give a right direction to it to get the things on your way. So yeah, so I think with this I have covered like things that you need to take care of, you need to focus on. Like some things are like you need to use the online platforms, you need to make yourself, find out your strength and work on your individual goals, right? It's not so in college I know it's a common goal that we have, but yeah, definitely you need to you can figure out your strengths and work on those things, and then you can choose your career path and move ahead. And to do that, you can do some certifications during your summer break or winter break that you have to get a good opportunities in that area. Okay, so the first thing is like you may decide your career area, like in which you want to go for, which you feel like comfortable to. Okay, it's not always to that you need to be like a software developer in a hardcore and you need to be a hardcore programmer, nothing like that. Because these days we need a people in industry who knows tools very well. Instead, if you don't, where you need not do a line of code, but the tools are going to do all things for you, right? In automation market, if you see these days, there are number of tools, like I think 10, 11 tools are there, which I have worked on and which are being used, and they are like growing day by day. They are putting their new features day by day, and with artificial intelligence and lot of things, right? So when it comes to your upskilling, so where you need to look at, right? So the first question is like towards which the industry is moving towards. So as per my experience, right, what I have seen is industry is moving towards. Earlier, I think 5 years back, we were very much hype about artificial intelligence and machine learning and all, right? Trying to open, you'll get a virtual assistant over there, right? That is one simple example of AI that they have implemented. So these days, every portal are trying to use the AI capabilities to make themselves more smarter day by day, right? But now the industry is moving towards the next emerging technologies. So what are those technologies that is coming in the way, right? So so if you see the new emerging technologies, then those are like, if you have heard about augmented reality or virtual reality. So these days we can see some applications of them as well, right? And augmented reality is there, extended reality is there. So these are like virtual, like mix of reality is there. So all these are like new things that is coming into, and on which the people are trying to work on, right? They are trying to move their application towards that. If you have heard of IKEA, they are already using that AR for their product marketing, right? And other is like quantum computing is coming into the way. And then other than that, you have some bitcoins are there, right? Like coins are there. So blockchains are very much important these days, in which the industry is like working on. So whatever field you are and whatever role you are, right? What I have seen is like you can contribute to any part of the industry, and you can contribute with your experience to um, yeah, you can put your experience to get the get best out of it. Like whatever you know, right? That you can put up into the emerging technologies that is there to invent some more things, right? Then comes the over there, right? The journey starts from there when you start thinking out of the box, like what is present in the current market and what you can see like how the market is going to be, IT industry is going to be after 10 years, and not industry but the overall market is going to be after 10 years or 20 years. According to that, you can put up your things and learn the things for the and try to implement something in the emerging technologies, and you can bring up some really good idea for which you can make yourself patentable on that, and you can start your new journey on the entrepreneurship as well. Like if you have some product in your mind, something that is going to be really great in coming few years, then definitely you can start thinking about that product, and make yourself presentable to get some opportunities to move that or take that idea ahead. So when you have a proper idea or you have a great idea, then you are going to get a lot and lot of opportunities where people are going to help you out, to support you out, to grow yourself, or the product that you are thinking about, right? So this way the journey starts from a software engineer to an entrepreneurship. Like when you think about okay, what you have to do and what idea you have. So it's all about the idea, and idea comes with your experience or with your vision that you think of, like how the industry is going to be after these many years. I think I have spoke a lot. Meanwhile, if anybody have any questions on these things, you can please, you guys can tell me, let me know if you have any questions on what we have spoke. That would be more
Students of third year, do
other
you have
than
any
that.
questions? No queries from your side? Second year, if you have any queries, please ask.
Are you guys feeling shy to ask? You are free to ask, not only the what I have spoken, but if there is
Okay, come on, guys. Feel free to ask your bhaiya. Okay. So don't
yeah,
don't
that's right.
think it is a formal thing. It's informal, and you can ask informally. And if you are unable to ask directly, you can write your queries in the chat box as well, so that we can read out the question from the chat box, and where your bhaiya will be answering those things. Okay. So it's an opportunity that you are having, that we have half an hour more. Feel free to ask. Right. Please interact.
That is
Students
going
are
to
also
be
there. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah, if any query, only if I'm speaking alone. When I was in college, I used to have so many questions. I tried to, when sir asked me to, okay, hey, you need to take an hour of seminar. I thought, okay, so what questions I had, because I had lot of questions. I think sir already know about that. When I was in college, it used to be like, okay, what we need to do. That time we just we know like okay, we need to know one good programming language, and that is it, right? So, and from any year, second, third, fourth year, any questions if you have, please feel free to, ask and share. Need not be, as sir mentioned, that need not be very formal sort of thing. We can have an interactive session as well.
One
Um,
question has come to the chat box, I think.
okay. Um, if someone have opened, can someone reiterate the question, sir?
Yeah, it's about, please explain about DevOps.
Okay, DevOps, you mean. Okay.
Yeah,
So
DevOps.
DevOps is like, like I mentioned earlier, it was earlier, right, when we develop a software. So after developing a software, what we do, we test a software, right? And after testing the software, what is the thing that you do? You develop your software only in your system, right? You test the software in different environments. So we call it like, QA environment, UAT environment, right? And then you have multiple intermediate environments also. So you test those software in multiple environments. So once it is good in QA, then we'll move it to UAT. I think you might have heard of UAT, means it's like user acceptance testing, right? And before that, we'll do a quality assurance. That means the QA environment. And then UAT environment. And so once the product is developed in dev environment, so we normally develop the product in dev environment. So once in dev environment, we are good with the product, we'll move that to the QA environment. Once we are good with the QA environment, we'll move it to the dev QA UAT environment. Once we are good with the UAT environment, we'll move it to the production environment. What is production environment? That is going live, right? Like if I have if I have a product called XYZ, so that is now available for everyone. So that is something like we have released the product, right? Now, what development DevOps is responsible for is like once the product is like developed, right? So you need to move that product from one environment to the other environment, right? If you are going to do it manually, it is going to take time, right? Or that's a DevOps responsibility to move that product from one environment to the other environment. At the same time, they are also responsible for the changes that have been done in one release, right? And the changes have done for the next release. They need to merge those things, right? So how they are going to merge? Like if I wrote the code for next release, right? Next requirement. Like earlier, for example, in IRCTC, we had only booking tickets. But later, what we got, booking flights, booking hotels. So these are the additional features that they have brought up in the another releases, right? So that needs to be merged to the new things that the older things that we already have, right? On top of that, without any mistakes or without any broken codes, right? So those codes need to be moved to the release, right? Or we'll call it as a deployment. So deployment needs to be done. So you see the overall system administrator work will be to install or trying to do certain stuffs in their operating system and try to move the things from one environment to the other environment and from other environment to the other environment to the release, right? To the internet, I can say. So those things, right, that needs to be done very smoothly, right? So earlier, if you talk about 5 years back, people used to do it manually, but now we have the automation process for that. And so they will write a YML code, a YML file they need to write, and then they will write some Docker code to make that happen. And then there are tools like Docker, Ansible Tower, Jenkins, XLR, XLD to support this DevOps guys. Okay. Yep. Someone was saying something?
Ashish, do you have any questions?
No, sir, no question.
Okay.
Okay, so few things that I would, congratulations to you guys for your new, journey that is going to start in few days or few months, I would say. And after going to the industry, you guys will, So, but for you guys, right, for fourth year guys who have got job or who haven't got job, that really doesn't matter. But don't sit back and say, okay, I got the job and I'm going to, stay for that, and we'll see like how it is going to happen. Still, you can explore your opportunities to the companies which still you want to, you are dreaming of. So give that shot, try on the career site of all the good companies that you can get, and try to move ahead for your opportunities, the next opportunities. Because I know when we have a job, we are a bit relaxed and, like, okay, I got a job and, and what to do next, right? So what next you need to do is like, you need to seek for some other opportunities, like until and unless you are very much satisfied with the profile that you are getting, you need to keep moving on. So that is something that you need to keep trying on. So don't sit back at home after completion, right, of your engineering. You can take some time off and then start for hunting new opportunities that you still they got really good opportunities when they came out, and try for some good opportunities. So for the opportunities, definitely I would say for the fresher, Bangalore is a good place where you can get lot and lot of opportunities, and you can see like you can grow a lot over there as a fresher. After working few years in Bangalore, you can move to some other IT hub like Hyderabad or Pune or Mumbai or Chennai, wherever you want to go pursue. But Bangalore definitely have completion of engineering. I think me and my friends, right, we after our college completion, we went to Bangalore for joining letter of the company that we got placed into. So that really matters. Like after your fourth year, is to try to get into at the earliest, like within a month or 2 months, if you are getting opportunities, then you can go for that instead of waiting for the opportunity in next couple of months that you are going to get. So with that, I think all the best for fourth year. Definitely. After that, you can explore your interest, and based upon that, you can hunt your opportunities. Coming to third year, guys, I think this is a very critical time for you guys. I think you are already done with your fifth semester and you are moving towards your sixth semester, and you have some time right breakout in which you can do some internship. I think some might have already planned for the internship projects. When it is about projects, right, definitely for projects you guys can for internship or for any you can go to their site and check for the careers, and you can definitely apply for them. And they can reach out to you, they may not reach out to you. If you have some referrals for that particular thing, you can try to get some referrals and reach out to them if they have some opportunities over there. If they have mentioned some opportunities on their career site, then definitely there should be some way to get it get it through. So try to explore those things and I think this is the right time. This break is the right time. I think in next 6 months you guys will be sitting for the placement to start preparation for your placements. So how you need to start a preparation for the placement is like you need to start with the basic thing is like quantitative aptitude that you need to work on, get some hands-on and to do some test around quantitative aptitude, and the verbal reasonings is very much important, and then comes to technical knowledge, whatever you have, right? But when it comes to the companies,
I have a question regarding quantitative aptitude, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I have a question regarding quantitative aptitude.
Yeah, please tell me.
Sir, I did many topics like percentage, profit loss, and simple interest ratio. Previously, I gave an exam in which we have to solve many questions within 1 minute. But
Right.
I am unable to solve that question within that 1 minute. And
Right.
when I solved the question and when I got the answer, at that time that question is already gone.
Right.
So how do I manage with time management?
So those time management, right? So how you need to, what I can suggest for you at this point of time is, if you have 1 minute time, right, then think that you have only 45 seconds with you. Okay. And the second thing, you might be trying things if they have. Okay. Maybe the way that you are trying to address that problem, right? Because to resolve any problem, there might be multiple ways. So what trap the guys will go is like, say for example, what I can say is like, some question is there, right? When you are trying to solve that question, what happens is you'll put all your mind into solving that question, and you will miss to check out the options what is present, right? So sometimes most of the aptitude questions, right, you can actually predict the answer based upon the options that you have. Okay, so that is like you read out the question and just read out the answer. the options that you have over there, and you bring up some logic that this answer is not possible for this question, you can eliminate that and work on only on those answers that you have as a, that for which the probability is there that that can be the correct answer. So you need to change your approach of answering the question. Instead of resolving the question one by line, one by one, you need to move to thinking on how I can eliminate the options. Why this is not possible? Okay, might be some options. Okay, after seeing the question, we'll get okay for this answer is not possible at all. So how you will know that it is possible or not possible? That again comes with the practice. Okay, so you need to practice a lot. Practicing is the best thing that you need to do. Along with that, you need to practice on eliminating the answers as well from your from your questions that you have. Have I answered your question? The problem is with your approach.
Yes.
If they are giving 1 minute, right, then definitely you can resolve that in 45 seconds for sure. You need to find that way how you need to do, and you need to practice this much that when it comes to in your head, right? Okay, it should be like okay, this question is that okay, we need to resolve this in this way. If you are okay for to all
Sir,
of you like yeah.
sir, I got a strategy regarding quantitative aptitude. And sir, what about verbal reasoning, verbal and
Reasoning is very easy. Only thing is for reasoning that you need to do is like you need to understand, or build up that logic. Just try to, prepare some diagram for that. For reasoning, like I think you will get some blood relation questions, right? Or you'll get some puzzles over there. You'll get something over there which you need to visualize. So whenever you are working on that, after reading a line, just start try to figure out and make a visualization of that, which will help you to answer those things. Okay, and it should be visualized. Okay, don't try to read it one by one. Like you are trying to read it for 4 times, 5 times. You will invest your time over there. But rather than that, as soon as you are reading something, you need to visualize and you need to prepare some diagram around that. And then based upon that diagram, you can answer the question. So that would be more beneficial. That is what I felt during my preparation time for
yes,
reasoning.
sir, I
Okay.
got it, sir. I have
Now,
another question regarding coding, sir.
I will come to that coding. Before that, I want to talk about the verbal reasoning, verbal part, right? So
Yes, sir.
that is the comprehensive part. So I have seen,
Yes, sir.
guys, when it is an online test, right? My friends also, right, where they have done the mistake is like normally when we get a, I still remember they had bit tough because you have number of questions is more and time is very less. Like for quantitative, you might get 1 minute to resolve it, but for reasoning, you will get only 30 to 40 seconds max to resolve it. Okay, and that is possible actually. The first thing that you need to take care, right, first, third year and second year, first thing that you need to take care during the interview exams, right, is like, or aptitude exam is like, you need to answer all the questions that they have given. Okay, don't leave that question if you are seconds to answer that. If I am not able to answer that within 45 seconds, I will move to some other questions, and there are two things actually. Okay, when we are moving, when you are giving the exams, there are two things. One is like you may see that question again. That means you can come back. Rollback is there, and in some case, rollback is not there. If you are done once, you are like move to the next question, and that the previous question won't come up. Okay, so you need to see what kind of examination they are taking. If it is like rollback, you can come back. Quantitative are not, they don't have negative marking. You can go for attempting all the questions. Okay, what you think it is good. So once you are clear, like okay, this is going to be the answer that the probable answer. Just take it and move to the next. Okay, like I work for 45 seconds, I'm not getting, I will give some tentative, what can be the best probable answer I will take and I will move
Yes, sir.
ahead. So that once I am done with all the questions I will still have, 15 seconds into the number of questions as a buffer time to read out and give the answers of the questions that I have not resolved yet. But I have just given a probable answer, for which I am not sure. So you need to think in that perspective. Okay, but definitely you need to
Yes, sir.
answer
Got
all
it,
the
sir.
questions. If you are not answering the questions, all the questions, then you are in trap. And if in probability also someone is getting it's just a matter of few marks, right? That you are going or you are not going. So you need to very clear on
Yes,
that
sir.
part. This is one thing, like the approach that you need to appear in the exam. And the second thing is like when it comes to the English, right, where or verbal, where we have less time and you have more more questions, right? That means definitely there will be a trap of comprehensive, okay, where you need to go through one paragraph and you need to answer 6 7 questions. Okay, so those things, right? I have seen people stuck over there, and they are not able to resolve the question after that. And what I have seen or what I had given is like initial questions can be bit tough for you to resolve. Okay, and you are going
Yes,
to
sir.
invest your time into that, and because of that, your involvement in these questions initially, you may lose your question which is coming ahead in the future. That means like if 25 questions are there, maybe from 20 to 25 are very easy, which you can see and you can answer, like preparation, related to preparation, grammar, and one word substitution. In comprehensive in the beginning, you might not be able to resolve that answer at the backside, which is present over there. That is why the way to resolve this, comprehensions is like you should not read paragraph first. That is the first rule. Okay, you should read the end options, then start skinning on the comprehensive paragraph that you have. So once you try to skin, right, you match up the keyword. Okay, this keyword is there. You will definitely find the answer around it, either one line before or one line after, and then move to the next question, and then again read out the question, read out the options, and then move to the next question. Okay, so the problem where people will do, that what I have seen is like they will go through the paragraph first and then they will try to answer. You are going to invest a lot of time into that, which is not required, which is not really required. Those questions are very straightforward questions, so you need to go through the question, see the options, and then try to find that answer in the paragraph. So this way you are going to resolve your question in a quicker way, and you can move to the next one, and then you can attempt all the questions that you have. But the attempting all the questions is very must in any competitive exam for job interview, because they don't have negative marking, and if high probability is there, right, based upon probability also. I hope this makes
Yes,
clear,
sir.
right? Because I have seen the
Yes, sir.
even my friends who were not qualified during that time, right? I know that they did this mistake that time, even after that also. So I always suggest everyone, like, you need to change your approach for answering the questions. It's not always, that you need to read the questions, then you need to read the answer. No, these days for the question and then to the paragraph. So this approach, I feel like this is the right approach to do the things and get into the things. So I think I have covered for verbal, right, and reasonings. And yeah, in reasonings part,
Point.
you
Yes,
can
sir.
always, get through the different interview sites are there these days, right? Lot of resources are available. If you try to Google it, you can get lot
Yes,
and
sir.
lot of resources over there to work on. So yeah, definitely go for this. Try build up your approach for an interview. It's not like you need to follow the traditional approach that is going on. You always can build up your own approach to answer the things. I think yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have another question for coding, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, just like we face difficulties in solving real life problem through coding, sir. Means
Right.
sometime I am lacking in making logic. I am unable to make
Okay.
logic, sir.
Hmm.
How can I overcome this, sir?
And see, logic is something that comes in your mind. Okay, it's all your mind that will do. If you are lacking logic, that means you are not able to visualize the things. So you need to work on your visualization. Like if I have to put up some logic, I will think of like how I can make things happen. Okay, what is logic? Logic is a way to do some work, right? You do your daily life work. So you need to do that work with the program. That's it. So to do that, you need to think how I can put up this thing into the program. So that is something like, it will come in your mind only. There is no courses, to teach you that you need to be this much logical over there. Some way of doing will be different, right? Even if someone drinks a cup of tea, the way of drinking cup of tea are different for different people. what others can help you with is like they can help you with the resources, how you need to do that, with what you can do that. So you can go with the libraries that are available. Like if you are working with Python, there are a lot of libraries that you can make use of. If you are working on Java, you can get some external jar files for problem that you are trying to put into, right? Definitely you will get some amount of work that is being done by some other person. So you can make use of those libraries, and you can bring up those resources together, and then you can work on your problem statement. So this would be the approach that you need to follow to make that happen. And coming to the, if you are saying that I'm not able to put up the logic, you need to practice a lot, on the question. So you can go through the platforms like I have told you earlier also, like lead code is there. It's the best, I think, these days,
Yes,
which
sir.
is used for the competitive programming.
Yes, we are
So you
currently
can
doing
use,
on lead code, sir.
yeah, so lead code is a very good one. And then you have, other than that, like alternative to it, we have HackerRank is there, CodeSafe is there, and then you have
Yes, sir.
the best thing, right, that you need to work for a good companies, like product-based companies. If you are aiming for, right, you can go with Geeks for Geeks tutorials that they have, because those, if you are talking about the logic and writing the programming language with a less complexity, right, Geeks for Geeks have very easy solution and lot of solutions that they are providing, and they also have a lot of resources available over there. So make use of those things. You need to practice a lot. Until and unless you practice, try to do things, to implement something, even to get some projects to work on, you can go for Google Summer of Code, where you get a lot of projects over there. You can pick up some project, try to
Yes,
work
sir.
on. It's not that you just need to rely on what college is trying to give you. You can bring up your own idea, own projects, and try to work on. I think our sir Asudi is also like very much open to help you with what you want to work on. So it's all about
Yes, sir.
how proactive you are in bringing up the things for yourself. There are lot in market and the internet. You can just pick up the things and try to practice and try to work on those things. So it's all on you, man. It's all how you are planning your things to work on. So just
Yes, sir.
practice things,
Got it, sir.
and practice things and make use of these resources. If these days, what I can suggest is, like, these days the industry, like how it is rising, is on if you will ask me like what programming language is good at this point of time, I can suggest for Python, because Python, it's an open source code, and lot of people have worked in Python, and they have come up with amazing libraries that you have, that you can use for your purpose. So you can build a very good thing in Python these days. Why? Because we have access to lot of libraries over there. So go for it, practice on that, and you have lot, so these days, programming language really doesn't matter. What matters is like your idea, your approach of solving the problem. So you need to be very good at, if you want to be a very much, like in a programming sector or developer, product-based developer sort of, then you really need to be good at algorithms and algorithms and data structure, right? Data structure and algorithms. So to practice this, I think our HOD sir is really great in that. He had given the way he had taught us was really great. Which actually I admire till now, that how we are getting that. Nobody can explain those things better at that point of time to us. So you can always take help of sir, and grow in having your data structure strong, your algorithm is strong, and then you can book, and not only those are the very good companies but famous, right? There are a lot of product based companies which are not famous but really good. Okay, so those companies, rounds of coding, and the contest would be there. You need to qualify those,
Yes,
and
sir.
everything will be based upon the data structure and algorithm background. So you need to think really very great on those aspects and try to work on those things. So that is what I can suggest for your coding career. So make use of the resources available out there. When we were in our college, nothing more is required than that. Forget about how you have coded, what you have done, what libraries you have used. No, It's all about how well you are able to showcase your work to them. That is very much important. So how you can make this happen is like, whenever, like for me, what I do whenever I face some interview, right? So whenever I and yeah, one more thing, interview is like, not only for the switching companies and all, but when you are in one organization, definitely you will need to do some internal job position change. So if you want to do that, you need to prepare yourself, you need to make yourself more clear to the people, to the audience, right? So that what I follow is like, whatever project I have, right, I go with the visualization part. Okay, I go with the diagram part. So I will just make a note of my project summary and also a diagram, like by which I can explain the person like how well what I have done in my project. So I think the way you are, what the knowledge you are going to keep for your project, that is going to be more valuable than what work you have done over there. So this is very much important. Knowing is good, right? You need to know how to work, but to put your work in front of others, like what you have really worked on, the based upon the way that they are projecting me, right? I will visualize, okay, so this guy know these things, right? And at least is able to project this part. So we will go in that approach, okay? Because interview is like it's like 15-20 minutes of game, right? Nothing more than that. So in that we need to just check what he is trying to deliver. So if the delivery is good, then we are good. So there is no much expectation on that. Yeah, whatever things you should be good at it. It's not that you need to fake around the things which you are not knowing also, right? I don't want a resume of 3 pages to go through that, okay, this guy is this thing. A single page of resume is enough to let me know if whatever things are like. I remember when I was appearing for, when I had appeared for this Bank of America interview, I had a 3 panelists, like 3 people were there who were taking my interview, and they didn't ask much about me. Just they went through my resume, and whatever I had wrote from my college till my job experience, right? They asked each and every line to me, right? Each and every line, like, and I was able to give that answer because I had worked on that. I didn't have any single word which I don't know or which I have not worked on. So you really need not fake around. Whatever you know, you can put it, and based upon that, they are going to ask you some questions, and you can, answer them, and you are good. That's it. It's just like you need to be very honest and real to yourself, right? Instead of putting so many things in your resume. It's really not required. If you know Python, put Python only. Need not provide the Java, Python, C, C++. Not required. One language is enough to qualify for any company. So but whatever you put in your resume, be confident on that. That is very much required. What happened, like I never worked on this, and I'm putting, like, for example, I have just heard about some OS, but I don't know about OS, right? And I have wrote because everybody is writing that. Then when it comes to you, you will be caught in, right? So in that case, it's better not to put that. Put only those things for which you are comfortable to answer with. So prepare your resume in that way. Resume should be very short and sweet, okay? Need not have too many things into it. I think for us also, these days also, I carry resume of maximum of 2 projects, 2 papers. Still, I have worked on so many projects. I need not have 5-page resume because nobody have time to read out the resume for 5 pages. You need to put up the things only in a single page or in 2 pages. That's it, not more than that. So that, because when I'm taking interview, I don't prefer to go through 5 pages resume, right? Who will read out? Who have that much of time to read out? So go with very short and crisp one, in which you can mention the thing that you are confident with, and which is required. So how you are going to do that? Like when I'm appearing on the interview, right? So I know what is the job description is. So based upon job description, I normally prepare my resume. Okay, this is the job description. According to that, what should be there and what I know, I will try to put up all those things over there. So you need to plan out the projects, your things instead of instead of just writing the paragraphs and all, or just speaking out your projects, try to prepare a good diagram in your mind and just practice on that. And whenever interviewer asks what project you have worked on, you should be ready with your diagram in your mind and just write down and just sketch and show them, okay, this is what I have worked on and I have done this things. That will be more impactful to the interviewer who is taking the interview. I think that is what I had followed as well. I always go with, writing things and showcasing them, because that, I think, my writing skills is more better than how I'm going to communicate, right? What I'm trying to visualize, and I can show them on the paper rather than just speaking up. So you need to think, you need to plan up your approach. That is very much basic that you need to know, right? But on top of that, I'm just talking about what are the things that you need to take care during these events that you are going to attend in future. Is it clear? Did I make any sense, or I spoke all nonsense?
Yes, sir. Sir, I got your all points, sir, and this will be very helpful for me, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I
really
got
good.
each and every point, sir. I note down many points, sir,
Sure,
regarding
yeah.
all
So
these.
it's all about the
Thank you so much,
approaches
sir.
that you are going to take. Okay. Anything, right? But everything comes with what approach you are trying to follow, right? So approach matters a lot in any phase of your life, I can say. And the second thing that is going to help you out is, like, don't give up on the things that you are trying on. Okay, so if you tried one thing and it is not working, you need not get frustrated. Oh, who will try this again? You need to be like, okay, if this is not working, what is the next thing that I can try on? Okay, so experience is all about
Yes, sir.
that only. So at this point of time, when I'm working, still I face issues which which is not which I haven't faced earlier. So what I will try to do with my experience, I will try to resolve them. Like, okay, I tried the first thing, it is not working. Okay, I'll try the other alternative. If that is not working, I'll try the third one, fourth one, fifth one. So we need to keep on trying, unless and trying to think of the alternate possibilities that can come up for that issues, because experience is all about resolving and the approach that you are taking for resolving the problem. That's it. I think in any career area, that attitude is
Yes,
required.
sir.
To resolve things in a positive way, or keep on trying. It's fine that you are failing for the
Yes, sir.
first time. It's fine that you are failing for the fifth time also. That is okay. That is not a big thing, right? But the what matters is, like, you need to be continuously, you need to try things on. That is very much important, and that is the only thing that is going to keep you in the market, in the IT industry, because in industry things will change a lot in a year or something, right? Because these days we are moving to a different world where we have too many things in shorter span of time. So we have very less time. So whatever in industry, whatever happened is, like, you are getting a week of time to keep the pace and get the pace and start working on the things. When we were in Infosys, we got 1 week of time to learn Java again from beginning to end in a 1 week, and we should pass that exam as well. Right? In college, we get 4 months at least to learn Java. but there, so it's like not only just so
Yes,
it's all
yes.
about how quickly you are getting the things. If you are getting things quickly, if you are a quick learner, then that's it, because you are going to work on the things which you have not heard of before, right?
Yes, sir.
We are working on certain things right now also in my project which I am working on. There are certain things which I had to learn after coming over here. I was not knowing about that earlier. So thing is, like, and that scenario is going to come in every time now or then it is going to come, because industry is moving toward the next level. Because people are doing research, they are putting something new, and we need to move to that level again. So we need to make ourselves, that is called, like, in industry, when you come to this, it is called as upskilling yourself. So you need to be continuous learning the new things that is coming up. You need to, even if you are not trying to look for the job outside, but you need to see the job description, that the profile that the market have demand for, so that you can try for those things if you want. If you want to make yourself updated with what market is going towards to, you need to be prepared in that way. So these are the things that you need to, you'll slowly get to know once you are in industry. That is also there. But yeah, I thought, like, whatever I felt like, I just thought to share you guys.
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
Sir, God.
Any other questions you guys have?
Sir,
And yeah,
sir, as I am in third year.
first thing that you guys will learn in industry is like, right? We in industry we never call anyone as sir. Okay, it is still college. Yeah, we respect it, but yeah, after that, we call people by their name only. That is some culture that we have in industry. So I felt bit awkward in the beginning, but yeah, we get used to it by in all the industry that we have, right? So it's like that. Yeah. What was your question?
Sir, as I am in third year, so all these questions I ask myself, but I did not get any exact strategy. But now I have a clear approach strategy regarding all this. So thank you so much, sir.
No problem. It's my pleasure to talk to you guys,
Thank
and
you so
thank
much,
you
sir.
to our HOD sir who gave me this chance to share my things. Yeah. Any questions you guys have right not now in future also you can definitely let me know. I'm in touch with sir regularly on this, so yeah, he can pass on to that to me, and also I can share my contacts. That is fine. Okay. Yeah. No. So, no, sir, I don't know how much I was able to stand on your expectation, but yeah, I thought what I was able to share, I tried to share that, sir.
So I think that we are already in late. It is around
Yes, yes.
9:20. So if there is any more questions from, otherwise I have to stop. We have to stop that particular session. So
Sure, sir.
uh, thank you, Avinash, for your enlightening and entertaining presentations on the right way that definitely inspire all of our students. And what I think that your advice always help our students to move on a right direction or build up their IT career. And definitely, we really appreciate your presence in this session on behalf of Haldia Institute of Technology. And thank you once again. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. It was my pleasure to have this session, and I'm really happy to, to be a part of this initiative. And thanks a lot, sir. Yeah, and thank you, everyone. Thanks for hosting me for more than 1 hour. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Avinash,
Yeah,
and
thank you.
special thanks to Abhishek also. He
Thank
helped
you so
us a
much,
lot.
sir.
Uh,
Thank you, Abhishek.
okay.
So all the best to
So thank you
everyone,
so much, sir.
and thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you. Thank you,
sure,
everybody.
sir.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you, all the students. Thanks, all the students, for your participation. And thanks, Avinash, once again.
Thank you, sir. It
Yeah.
was my pleasure. Yeah.
Good night, all of you.
Yeah. Good night, sir.
Okay.
Bye.
So good night, everyone. Please,
Thank you,
now
sir.
Avinash, you can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Sure,
So
sure, sir. Yeah. Thank
other
you.
students also you can leave. Thank you for your time. Yeah. Thanks a lot, students, and Somen sir also for your time,
Thank you.
valuable time, because yeah. So in advance, Happy New Year to all the students. Thank you.
Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New
You
Year to
too.
everybody.